Everyone in the crafting community says gauge swatches are so important, and that's exactly why I've never done one. I've been crocheting for about 4 years and I've never ever done a gauge swatch. It's never really been a problem, but I decided it was finally time because I got too curious about how much of a difference my hook size actually made in my projects. So welcome to part 1 of this very controlled, very scientific gauge swatch experiment. Today I made 4 4x4 inch swatches, the weight 1 mercerized cotton yarn from Hobby, and I used hook sizes 2, 3, 4, and 5. The yarn label recommended a hook size of 3 to 3.5, so I was really curious which swatch I was going to like best, because I feel like a lot of times I don't follow the recommended hook size on the back of the yarn. I used a half double crochet for all of these swatches, but I'm really curious to try it with other stitches I used to. Since I started getting more into knitting recently, I've been even more curious about gauge swatching because I feel like in knit it's a lot more necessary since the measurement of your cast on is usually really different from your final measurement. But in crochet, the measurement of your chain is usually pretty close to what you'll get. In my experience, it's usually like a ½ inch longer. And I think my favorite swatch was the smallest hook size, the 2mm, which actually really surprised me because I usually work with a 5mm hook. It's also definitely the stiffest swatch, which is important to know depending on what kind of project you want to make. I obviously kept track of my stitch count on Millinote, and I think I'll get a binder to keep these swatches in and have them labeled and organized. If you guys want to see more of these swatch videos, let me know. And if you crochet, have you ever done a gauge swatch?